We're back, y'all, with a brand new episode. This week, we're going to be talking about goals versus drive, so make sure you tune in for this episode of The Twin Tapes. It's The Twin Tapes. We just made you do a double take. It's The Twin Tapes, and we sitting at a table for two.
Comrades, friends, good Samaritans.
Foes. Kidding.
Even the foes. We're back at the table for two.
I know it's been a minute. It has been. We can't lie. It's been a while.
Like, how long would you say?
At least a month. I
But
think.
Don't fret.
It's okay.
Because we're back at the table for two. It's your girl,
Dose.
Cherese.
It's your boy, Jay.
And you know, we back with another episode.
A number one.
Of the Twin Tapes.
What's good, y'all? How y'all feeling?
Me, as in y'all, I'm feeling great. I'm ready. I'm here. I'm present. Being present in the moment.
Sound in mind.
Sound in mind.
Excellent.
I'm ready for a great conversation.
Same.
Ready for a great conversation. But how have you been?
I've been here, present.
Okay.
Focused on music, making some beats, selling some beats.
Oh, you make beats?
I make beats.
No way.
I make beats. Link in the description.
Link in the bio. Click it.
How you been though?
Just got back from the cheerleading worlds.
How'd you rank?
The biggest cheerleading competition in the world.
Of course.
You know, my team got 6th place in the world.
That's actually excellent.
CJ
Round of applause for that. That's amazing.
CJA also brought home 2 gold medals, world championship titles, back home to New Jersey.
First in the world.
First in the world.
Amazing.
2 out of 3 teams, first place.
Shout out to
Another
CJA
team,
for that one. That's
6th
amazing.
place. Oh, it's incredible.
That's amazing.
Join the journey.
Alrighty now.
CJA is the place to be. Best of the best.
So without further ado,
we're gonna kick it off.
Yep. Right into what we talking about.
Jump right in. We are going to be talking about today goals with no drive or drive with no goals.
What's worse? What's better? Talk about it. Tell them.
Honestly,
what's worse? Having a goal with but no drive, or having drive with no goals? Is either worse than the other?
If I'm picking what I would rather,
yeah,
it's drive but no goals.
Having drive but no goals is what? Better?
I think
having drive but no goals.
Drive is good. You know, persistence,
that's
drive,
true.
A good mindset. Like that for me is better. Maybe goals will come along.
But what do you have drive about?
Driving. But you just have drive, you know, and like whatever you do.
Drive to accomplish what?
So clearly,
just better for yourself?
You think the opposite?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
I'm just creating a dialogue.
So what
okay.
What are your feelings?
Having drive but no goals.
Or
having goals with no
because
drive.
Okay, you think you want to be president or you want to solve world hunger and create the cure for cancer.
No, is that really a goal though? Is that a goal of yours, or is that a want?
I'm talking about they, you know, the typical they.
The generic they. Them.
You have all these goals but no drive, or you've got that drive, you've got that ambition, you've got that passion.
Yeah.
I feel like goals will come along. Is that in the scenario? No. But I'm adding it.
Okay.
Because you can't do much. You're just going to stay at this point.
The reality is...
with no drive.
The reality is, either scenario,
It's a standstill. Straight up. All right, think about it like this.
I'm thinking.
Having goals but no drive is like a hamster chilling outside the wheel. Having drive but no goals, a hamster spinning on a wheel. You're going nowhere. So y'all are both two hamsters stuck in the same place.
Yo, shut your mouth, you dirty little hamster.
Because if you have so much drive, like you want better for yourself, but it's like,
Okay, Brad, how you gonna do that?
I don't
Not
know.
Brad.
How's Brad gonna do it? He doesn't know. He has drive. He wants to change his situation. He wants to be in a better situation, but he has absolutely no plan on how he's going to get there. Versus...
Well, I don't think a goal is necessarily a plan. Planning is part of how to get to the goal, but I don't think a plan and a goal are equivalent. I think Brad...
Bran muffin.
Ew.
But Brad, no, don't even start. Those are good. Those are good. Heart healthy, high fiber, low cholesterol. I love it.
Good.
It's gonna be huge.
I'm dead. All right, but Brad's gonna go somewhere.
Having drive but no goals.
Yes.
He's gonna go somewhere.
You're in the car.
He's going nowhere.
You're in the
fast
car
is where
on
he's
D.
going.
Drive. You're gonna go somewhere.
True.
May not be to a specific destination, but if you're in the car, you're going.
Okay.
Now imagine, okay, we've got goals, but you don't have a driver's license. Where you going?
I get you.
You know, I'd rather be that person.
I'm just playing devil's advocate. I'm just trying to create some dialogue. But seriously, both is just like, what are y'all doing? Like you said in the beginning, if I had to pick one.
That's tough.
We'll pick it.
Okay. If I had to pick, would I want all these goals and no drive? Or no drive and a goal?
Because I feel like all these goals and no drive, we're going back to the last episode, unrealistic delusion.
Like you're never going to accomplish any of those with zero drive.
Come on.
No, yeah. To be honest, I think the best case scenario is to have a goal with no drive.
That's funny.
Why?
Because when we were talking about this before,
you
were leaning towards, oh no, goals and no drive. That's what you were leaning towards.
That's what I just said.
No, but you said they're both bad. But
yeah, because I literally said if I had to pick one.
You're screaming at me. My ears, done for.
Peppers. Like I said, if I have to pick, I'd rather have a goal with no drive.
Interesting.
Why? Why is that interesting?
I feel like that's on brand for you.
For me? What are you trying to say?
Let's go back to the vacation episode, shall we?
Oh my God.
You want to go on vacation, but you don't want to plan, pay for, or do anything, but you're going to magically end up somewhere on a vacation.
You know what's funny about that? Mm-hmm. A vacation is not a goal for me. So how about that?
But a vacation is a goal.
No, not for me. What are you talking about?
Again, my ears.
How you gonna put words in my mouth?
Second, you said that you would like to go somewhere.
Okay, Cherese,
okay.
Is that a goal? Is that a goal of mine?
Not finished.
Okay. Fair. Finish.
In the discussion of the vacations.
Okay.
When I tasked you with the question of, would you want to go on a vacation? Simple, plain as that.
Yes. Yes. Answering that question, yes. The answer is yes. Would I want to go on a vacation? Yes.
Right.
Now, what is your point?
So, things that you want to do.
Okay.
I equivalent that to being a goal. Something that you want.
Okay, I disagree with that.
Something interesting.
Yeah, I disagree with that.
So things that you want are not goals. They're not things that you're going to put a plan and set it in motion if you want it.
For me, right? If I'm thinking of a goal, right? Do I want to win the lottery? I would love to. Cherese, is that a goal of mine? Is that a goal? Is that my goal? Is it my goal to win the lottery every week, play lotto, because my goal is to... No, Cherese, no. I want to win it. Yeah, sure. I want to go on a vacation. Yeah. Is a vacation a goal of mine? Is it pressing for me?
Do you know what I
Cherese,
want?
it's not.
I want to be able to hear correctly because you're still yelling at me.
The fact that you're deflecting, you're
Not
proving
deflecting.
my point beautifully.
Sure. Okay.
Beautiful.
Me saying something that's not related to what you're saying means that I'm deflecting. And it means that I'm proving your quote unquote point. Okay.
Beautifully. You forgot the
And
beautifully.
beautifully.
Right. That's
I
that.
disagree.
You disagree with what? Everything I said is actual factual. What are you talking about?
Actual factual for you.
There's scientific evidence.
As I stated with the earlier episodes, people are snowflakes. We're all different, right?
Right.
Actual factual for you, maybe actual bullshit to me. Just throwing that out there.
Fair.
For me, right? Things that I want, yeah, they're goals.
Okay. Great.
So I would say I don't want all these goals with no drive. I would rather have a good
no
foundation.
drive with the... Wait.
Exactly. I'd rather have drive with no goals. Because for me, eventually things that I want are going to come into play.
Yeah.
If I am already setting the scene, I got passion, I'm driven, I'm persistent, I'm working, determined.
Working towards what? Like just working at
Hard
your regular...
for my money.
Just regular, like just your regular job, like you're just very good at life.
In general.
Okay.
Like...
Okay.
Not necessarily my job. Everybody knows now, listen to this podcast, not really a fan of the job. So, just in general.
Just in general what?
Desires. That I've got drive.
Mm-hmm.
So, I would rather have the drive, but no goals. Because for me, again, if I'm in the car, I'm going to get somewhere.
This is true.
But
the reality is...
Because for me, I'm thinking of it in the car. I'm not thinking I'm on a hamster wheel. Because the hamster wheel, that is stagnant.
Yeah. That's literally a visual representation of
drive and no goals.
Temporarily, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Eventually, yeah, you'll get somewhere because at that point, I feel like if you have drive with no goals, you have the desire to change your current situation.
Fire and desire.
Precisely that.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, your scenario, you will get somewhere. You go in a car, you put your foot on the gas.
No way.
You will get somewhere.
Vroom, vroom.
But if you're a hamster on a wheel...
In a Kia Soul.
Yes. You're not really going to go far.
Yeah, no.
You're not going to go far.
Hamsters can't read the road signs, so they won't get far at all.
That's why they're on wheels. One.
The hamster wheel.
The hamster wheel.
Got it. I thought we were still talking
AKA the rat race.
Right. The rat race.
The fucking rat race. We're all rats in a rat race.
Oh my gosh. Tell them a little bit about it.
The rat race?
Yeah.
The rat race is a metaphor for life.
Life? Or like a 9 to 5?
Cherese didn't like the way that sounded.
No, I'm not a rat in life.
You sound like my mother.
Right. Which is my mother.
I was not a rat. We're all rats.
No.
We're all rats in the rat race and we don't even know it. We're part of a bigger matrix.
Here we go.
Open up your eyes, people. See the truth. Free yourselves.
You sound like literally somebody with a picket sign.
I know.
Saying like Jesus will save you if you repent.
No. Like Area 51 is real.
Planet 51?
Huh?
Planet 51?
Area 51.
The movie?
No, not the movie. The real life thing that some of the world believes and some of the world doesn't. You know, you've never heard of Area 51?
I mean, like it sounds like
You're
something that I've. I'm a sheep in wolf's clothing. But anywho, yeah, it's all about like. I feel like
perspective,
this is just
POV.
Ooh, point of view. POV. I just think like It all goes back to purpose and intention.
Explain.
I feel like just life goes back to purpose and intention.
Well, it does.
Cause like, what are we doing here if it's not for purpose and intent?
What is your what in your words? What is the point of this existence?
Wow, we just got deeper than deep.
We did answer it for a second.
The point of this life to me is to do what you truly want, whatever that is.
Mm-hmm.
Figure out who you are, what you like, love, are passionate about, and to do it. Because what else are we here for?
I completely agree with that definition.
You know,
I completely agree with that definition.
We complain about all this rudimentary stuff, and it's like, okay, so then what do you want to do?
Right. Or what are you gonna do about it?
Right. And that's for me, like, that's why I think like your wants are your goals for me.
I
Because
hear you.
Things that I want, they're on a list of things that I want.
Right.
And at the top of that list, it says goals.
I hear you.
For me. That's why I'm like,
respect.
Nah, I'd rather be in the driver's seat with all that, you know, the persistence, the determination, blah, 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 blah,
The
blah.
desire, all of that.
And to be going nowhere because at least I've got that foundation of, okay, but I'm doing it.
Right, because in reality, you are going somewhere. You just don't know where you're going.
Right.
You have the drive.
Yeah.
You have that flickering flame inside of you already.
Yeah.
It's been ignited. You just don't know where.
Jack be nimble, Jack be quick, Jack jump over the candlestick, the flame.
Jack had the fucking drive.
He did. He jumped right over that stick.
I often say the meaning of life is to give your life meaning.
Ooh.
The point of life is to give your life a point.
Is that what you say?
That's what I say.
Never heard you say that until just now.
That's funny.
No,
That's
seriously.
Funny. No, shout out to my girlfriend Terry. I was talking about that with her. We have deep talks, good conversations.
That's great in a healthy relationship.
Yep.
Love to hear that.
And that's my opinion. I think the meaning of life is to give your life meaning, because the reality of the situation is there's a lot of things that we can't control about this life.
Absolutely.
And I think, oftentimes when bad things happen and people are like, that happened for a reason, I think you're supposed to give it a reason. Okay. Otherwise, there is no point. Otherwise, there's no light. There is no nirvana. There is no afterlife. You know what I mean? Like, and that's just going off on a tangent to a deeper point of religion and all this stuff. But simply said, I think the meaning of life is to give your life meaning. Otherwise, we're here doing this thing for no reason. And that can be incredibly crippling, depressing if there is no purpose in your life. Hence, if you don't have a drive to do anything, to change yourself, to be better for someone else. Some people don't find the meaning of life until they have a child or something, or a dog, or a pet. People are very connected with their pets.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't know. We didn't grow up with the pet,
right?
But I know that people are really connected with animals or nature. You got to give your life some sort of meaning, though,
for sure,
whatever it is for you. So, at the end of the day, I too would want to have drive and no goals. Because that itself
is putting you above a good chunk of people.
But for me, like that itself, if we're thinking deep, at least this is my interpretation, that itself, that is giving you a goal. Because you have the drive to change something. That's a goal. To change it. That's the goal itself, to change it. Just me.
I know.
That's just what I'm thinking.
I know.
That's thinking very deep into it, but still.
This is what the podcast is for. Deep dives. I'm diving deep. I'm talking jumping off the backboard.
Into the deep end.
Yeah, it's not a backboard. It's a diving board.
It's a diving board.
Jumping off the diving board into 15 deep water. 15 feet.
Dang. That's deep.
For real. For real. Since we both said we would prefer to have drive with no goals, it's just funny because we both have a ton of goals.
And drive.
We both have a ton of goals and a ton of drive. And I think one thing that I was thinking of randomly was like, it's okay to be nervous about things you're excited for.
Oh, absolutely.
I feel like there's not a lot of, like, society doesn't display or react well to people being hesitant about things that they're excited for.
Okay.
I feel as though, like, some people will look down on you
If you're
feeling like opposite feelings of what you're supposed to feel about something that's exciting or something that you want or something that you're looking forward to.
Right.
And I just wanted to create a space to say, like, it's okay to be a little like, oh, this is a lot.
It's realistic.
Yeah.
Because it's very realistic.
I don't know why I was thinking about that when I was driving home today. It's because I've got a lot of things on my mind. I'm going to be graduating this summer soon with my MBA. And, you know, that just opens a lot of doors for a lot of aspects of my life.
Yeah. Just
And
new
I'm,
possibilities.
like, thinking of all of the different channels that I want to dip into and things that I want to do and things that I like. And I'm like, this is a little overwhelming.
Yeah.
It's a lot of, and it's what you doing after you graduate. Oh my God, that's so excited. What you doing? What you doing? It's a lot of, like, pressure.
Yeah.
Still, I've said it before, like, to not people please.
Yeah.
And not that I'm going to
you're-
be doing things for people, but like, there's just so many eyes on you all the time.
Oh, absolutely.
And
it's tempting to say an answer or to make up an answer when posed these questions like, what you gonna do after school? Maybe you might get tired of saying I don't know.
Right.
Or maybe you might feel judged for saying I don't know. Or
Right.
what I said before, little not necessarily stereotype threat, but so to speak.
Right.
It's just like you've gotten so many negative reactions from saying a particular answer. Now you don't want to say that answer because you're just assuming that everybody else is going to react that same way that you didn't like.
And it's like, certain goals that I have are not for everybody's ears.
Oh, absolutely.
So when people are asking me, I felt this way in my undergrad too. I didn't really know what I wanted to do.
I
knew that I was going to pursue the job that I'm doing right now, but I didn't really know why I was doing that, or I didn't really know specifics. I just knew that I was good at it, thought it would be fun. That's just not for me, it's not enough.
It's not. I agree too, because for me that's not enough.
We've grown, and life has taken me through this journey now where I've grown into, okay, now I'm going to be stupidly intentional with what I do. And stupidly purposeful.
Absolutely.
So no, when I was 22 and graduating, I'm like, all right, I guess I'm going to do this.
Right.
There was no rhyme or reason, really.
Yeah.
I was just throwing something at the wall and see if it would stick. And it stuck for about a good 4 years.
Right. For me, now that you're talking about that, I mean, coming out of undergrad, for me, I kind of had the scenario that I said is best. I had some sort of drive, but absolutely no goal.
Yeah.
No goal at all. Nothing. And I didn't get anywhere.
Yeah.
I just didn't until now.
Because you have specific goals.
Yeah, now I have a specific goal. And just to be transparent with the podcast, I'm trying to quit my fucking job. This job is not for me. It's
same.
It's not serving me.
No.
And for those who can relate, if you work a job that's just not doing it for you anymore, you cross a certain threshold where it's just like, wow, I am just actively doing what I don't want to do.
Right.
Actively. Actively. I can walk into HR tomorrow and put my 2 weeks in. Am I going to do that tomorrow? I'm not going to. So for me, that it's just like that is so powerful that I could change my situation. But it's like right now I'm not going to do that.
Right.
I'm just not.
And I think that's so important, why I like stress to the students that I talk to and my friends, anybody that's in my close circle, like it's really important to get to know you.
It is.
And we are in a world that just saturates us with other people and things that you don't get a lot of time, if you don't work towards it, to figure out you.
Absolutely.
So when you're talking about goals and no drive, or drive and no goals, both drive and goals are in the scenario. And it's like, okay, you got to be a person that wants to work. And you got to be a person that has goals. And to have goals, you need to know yourself. Because when you have goals that are not connected to you, okay, now I'm what?
Right.
Now
right.
what?
Right.
Now I just like, I don't want to keep throwing stuff at the wall and see if it sticks. That's not purposeful.
It's not.
That's
it's
not intentional.
No, it's not.
And there's no point to that.
There isn't a point. And then you're gonna reach that point where you realize it's like, well, why did I do that?
Right.
For me, the job that I work at now, that's exactly what happened. This job is a byproduct of me making that decision for everybody but me.
Right.
And not everybody. A specific few people. I made that decision because at the time, let's be real. At the time, I was unemployed and I needed a job, and I didn't want to work another job. I've been a cashier. I worked at a sneaker store, one of the best jobs ever, but the store closed.
Right.
Damn.
Which forced me
whatever Kendrick said.
Or whatever he said.
Right.
Which forced me to look for another job. I found a job as a cashier that was cool until it wasn't, and then y'all heard in the first episode I got scammed in Jersey City, thinking I was working at a marketing place. I was selling phones to homeless people. No shade, not for me.
Right.
Not for me. And then I ended up at the job that I'm at now, and it's not for me. And
it's just in the wheel, being a rat.
Wanting to change my situation.
Right.
Wanting to.
Right. Drive.
But I didn't have a specific goal. So you're just looking, and you're gonna take whatever you can get because, okay, this job paid more than the last, and that's what's expected of you, and all this stuff. And yeah, now I have a direct goal. I want to produce music.
Hello.
I want to quit my job and take a chance on myself.
Absolutely.
Pursue my dream, what I want to. Because if I was 18, 19, 20, 21 with this goal, I would have done it. And like you said, it takes getting to know yourself. The signs were always there. I gravitated towards the piano as a child. I've taken piano lessons.
The importance of music. Run that episode back. No, seriously, run that episode back. The importance of music.
I know how to read music. I know how to read music. I love music. I love everything about it. I love rap. I love hip hop. I love it. I love it.
Hip hop just saved my life.
So it's just like, it was always there. It was always so evident.
When you actually take the time to freaking analyze your life and the decisions you made and your surroundings and the things you've done and the things you've experienced.
It's like a lot of shit makes sense.
Shit makes sense. Period. And I'm not even going to expand on that.
Yeah.
It just makes sense.
A lot of
so the
shit
things
makes
that you're
sense.
feeling intentionally, that's what you should probably run with.
Right.
And I always tell everybody that I know, lean into things that naturally feel good to you. So if something pops up, an opportunity, an experience for you to take, something for you to sign up for or apply for or go into, lean into it. And I'm
take
talking,
a chance on yourself.
I'm talking even just a toe, because the second you open your mind up to the possibility, that's when shit will change for you.
It's powerful. It's so powerful.
So it's like, for me, goals, that's everything I want is my goal.
I hear you.
Everything I want is my goal.
I hear you.
It's all drive and no goal, because eventually I will land on something that I want.
Right.
And it's going on the goal list.
Because, I mean, look, we're speaking from the perspectives as 26-year-olds.
Absolutely.
We're 26.
Absolutely.
So it's like you said, Everything I do now is with direct intention.
Yeah.
This is my direct aim. Everything I do now is 100% intentional. I dodged going to grad school for something I didn't want to go. As y'all know, I'm in school for music production right now. And I wasn't going to go back to school for music production. I was not. I was like, well, let me go for finance. Let me go for finance. Jay, why?
Right.
Finance?
And I was the one who told you.
Told me what?
I was like, I don't know if you should go into finance.
Okay. I don't recall that, but.
Interesting.
No, I really don't.
Damn, my life lessons are going on deaf ears.
No shade. I just don't. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. The point is, I dodged that bullet because I really was just like, wait a second. If I'm going back to school, it's definitely not going to be a repeat of what I did, which was, and look, some people are lucky enough, like they know what they want to do. They have that direct aim and it works out for them. And yeah, that was not my experience. So I wasn't going to repeat that. I wasn't going to go to school for something my full heart wasn't in.
Right.
Biggie has a line in some song. Damn, I don't remember.
It's okay.
But one of the lines is, only make moves if your heart's in it. And it's like, that's so true. Why are we wasting any of our precious time on this earth if we're not doing what we actually want to do? If it doesn't align with us.
I feel the same way.
It's crazy.
I feel the same way.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pressures from every angle and corner of what you're doing, but you got to just take the time to be like, okay, what is it that I want to do?
Right.
And I feel like when you talk about that, like that just goes into, I just started doing things intentionally. I have a demeanor and a persona that acts like I've been doing this for 10 years, but I haven't. I just and when I mean recently, I mean like in this year of 2022.
That's recently, the manifestation of fake it till you make it.
Absolutely. Committed myself to making intentional, purposeful moves. But before that, I was just holding my head and acting like I do. Acting like I did until I got to a space where I could. Like, it's okay to do, like, you got to run your own race. There are going to be people ahead of you in every stage of your life.
Right.
So you can't like look at somebody and then look at yourself and be like, damn, what you mean, damn?
Right.
Like, you out here really just, if you got that drive, you're doing the best that you can for you in your pace.
There's like,
in your time.
There's no age to this shit. There's no threshold where, it's a dub now, you're 35.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
There's no rules to this life shit.
No.
You gotta give your life meaning, period.
And you gotta do it when you feel comfortable.
Absolutely. Because sorry to cut you off.
It's okay.
Because
it's not. Okay.
So
No. I was literally playing.
Okay. Because I think ultimately, if you have what you call a goal, but no drive, is it really a goal?
Right.
Is it really a goal? No. At that point, it's just a want. It's not a desire. You don't desire it.
Right.
Guys, I didn't get my license until I was, 22?
Yeah.
I wanted my license, but it literally, it was not that pressing to me until it was.
Until it was.
Until
it became a goal.
Absolutely. So it's like, yeah, a lot of people want stuff. We all want stuff. But if you have, like I said, what you call a goal, and it's and you don't have any drive for it, it's going to remain a want.
Facts.
It's going to remain a statement.
I like how, different people look at things differently. Because for me, all my wants are my goals. Things that I want.
That's a great mentality to have.
Yeah.
Not everybody has that.
I'm like, I want that. I'm going to get it. It may take me a couple years. It may take me as long as it needs to. But if it's something that I want, it's going on the goal list because I want it. I'm going to get it.
Absolutely.
I'm going to get it.
Yeah. Not everybody can say that.
I'm going to get it.
Yeah. It's excellent.
Yeah.
It's an excellent way of looking at things. And that just goes to mindset.
Yeah. I remember literally senior year of college when I said, okay, I have this goal, but I don't really know what or why I'm doing it. I was also suppressing some things that I really wanted to do that I was too scared to do. And I told myself, I was like, I'm making myself a promise that from now on, I will get everything I want. Because society tells you, okay, yeah, you work one job.
Right.
And I'm over here making a list of things that I want.
Right.
Looking at it like it's crazy.
Yeah.
And I had to stop myself because I'm like, wait a second. It's not going to be crazy for me, though.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want all these things and I'm going to get it. It was all these different career trajectories that I had on this list that I still have. I look at it from time to time.
It's like, how can you do all those
exactly
in a single
and
lifetime?
I'm speaking for society. I was like, people are going to look at me like I'm crazy if I ever say that I want to do X, 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 X.
Right.
But I told myself, I'm like, no, I'm about to do all of this and then some.
Yep.
And leave some room because I'm impressionable AF.
For the unknown.
And leave some room for the unknown. For things that I want to do that I didn't know before.
Absolutely. Things that you'll develop a desire for that you don't
Once
even
you live,
know now.
exist.
Exactly.
That you don't even know exist.
Right.
If someone told my high school self that I was going to be in the job that I'm being right now, working at a college, I'd be like, people work at a college? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I had no idea that even existed.
Right. Yep.
No freaking idea. I'd be like, no way. What?
Yeah.
I'd be doing that?
Be like, shut the fuck up. Stop lying. What am I really going to do?
Right.
Right.
So, yeah, it's just about, like, your goals, they got to be aligned to you. And they got to be yours, period.
They have to be a direct aim. They have to be intentional. And they have to be purposeful, period.
Purpose and intent.
So
that's what I live by.
Absolutely.
And
I feel like as a society, we're kind of moving towards that though. I feel like there's a lot of
I think it's the younger generations.
It is. There's a lot more
Alpha, I think.
Media out there that's encouraging you to take a chance on yourself, to it's okay to be outside the mold. It's okay to, all this stuff.
And I think it's just access, period. In terms of like you having the access to that information.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also we're living in a time where we're living in different times now though.
Absolutely.
We're living in more maybe acceptable times. Like the times
I think it's acceptable
are changing.
because of the access. Like the technology has made it acceptable.
What?
For me.
I don't agree.
Okay.
Just saying. I just think that as time goes on, we're either going to be a more open society or we're going to try to go back to how things were. And I just think although, we are kind of taking some steps back in our society, overall, we're kind of taking like a giant half step forward.
Dead.
If that makes sense.
A giant half step.
But anyway, guys.
Set a goal for yourself. If you're not that person that sets goals, set it.
Yeah.
If you're a goal setter, set another one.
If you already have one and you're scared to take a push, trust us. Like, we understand. A lot of people are scared to take that jump.
I'm scared. I tell Jay this all the time.
Let it inspire you, though.
I know.
I'm scared, but I'm like, it's like that alternative. It's ugly.
Yeah. Well, we say it in cheerleading all the time. Like, you shouldn't be scared to go out on the floor. You could be nervous, but you shouldn't be scared. Let your nerves drive that energy.
Yeah.
So that you could perform your best. That's how I kind of look
at
life.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just like very inspired by my own potential. I get excited about my potential. It's exhilarating, which is why this is the best time to tap into yourself and just take a leap and do what you want to do.
I think I'm feeling a lot of resistance and doubt and a little bit of fear Because they always say, like, when you about to level up, like, that's when life tests you the most.
So you should be excited.
Right, but I'm saying that I typically am not a person that fears a lot.
Okay.
I'm always, like, naturally optimistic.
Yeah, you are.
But I'm feeling a lot of doubt and fear. A
Doubt.
lot.
Wow.
A lot.
That's okay. That's fine.
Oh, it's completely fine.
Yeah, it's going to have to be
But-
because you're doing it.
Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. But yeah, they say they.
Yeah, the man.
They say life tests you the most when you about to like really make some big moves. So I'm like, all right, is the exam over?
Right, of course. And the scariest part in all this is like you really don't know how it's going to turn out. That's
Exactly.
why it's scary. This is not a movie
no.
that we know the ending to.
Right. But I visualize a lot and I manifest a lot. So I see the things that are going to happen. I can see it. I can see myself doing what I want to do.
Right.
But it's like, it's just scary to take that leap. It's
Scary to start?
Scary to start. Scary to take that plunge of, because me, I hate change. You know me, I'm not a fan of change. Life is going to change drastically for me very soon.
Yes.
And that's frightening.
Man, I'm excited.
But I got
me.
that goal and I got that drive.
Yep.
So it's just interesting how, like, there are a lot of people in life that have goals and no drive, and a lot of people in life that have drive and no goals. There are a few people that have drives and goals.
Yeah.
And this is why you see successful people.
Yeah.
Successful people. Mm-hmm. Because they have both.
Yeah.
Be that person that has both.
Be that person
Both
that
of
has
them.
both. Yeah, for real.
Both of them. Be
real.
that person.
You know, life is super simple. And it's just people are scared, or people just really don't want to do what it takes to do whatever they want to do. Shit is simple though. We just make shit a lot more complicated than it has to be. For real. Like the recipe to happiness, all that.
The pursuit.
Super simple. In my opinion. Super simple. Do what you want. Do what you want. Do what makes you happy. Do what gives you purpose. That's very simple.
Do what you love.
Do what you love.
It's tatted right on my ribcage.
It's super simple, but life happens and things get complicated, but it's really a simple recipe. But then that recipe, it got passed down, and it's a game of telephone, and now it's like this.
Oh, I'm supposed to work 40 years for somebody else?
This super complicated dish that looks impossible to achieve.
Or eat.
And it's just like, nah, dog. That's because you didn't follow the recipe right.
I like it. I like the visual.
Someone said add this. Someone said there's no way you can put that in it. You can't do that. Mm-hmm. That's not how the recipe goes. That's not how I heard it.
There's a lot
That's
of
not
dictation.
what I saw.
Yep.
And now it's like this huge mess. And it's
mess in your kitchen.
Raw.
And it's bloody raw. Look at it.
Can't serve that.
It's bloody raw.
I love Hell's Kitchen, guys. I love Hell's
That's
Kitchen.
your life. Raw. That's you. No drive, no goals. Neither.
No seasoning, raw.
It's bloody raw.
It's bloody raw. But yeah, it's just
Those
like...
are great analogy.
It's super simple.
It's a great analogy.
And it's like, the thing is, we actually, for the most part, all have the ingredients. We have the ingredients to make this dish.
I love an analogy and running
I know
with
you do.
it.
I know you do.
Because you know what I want to do? Preheat the oven to 350 and bake that shit. And bake it. Bake it as fast as you can.
It's super simple. It's super simple.
Preheat the oven. That's the drive.
Preheat the
oven.
Fire.
Preheat it.
That's all you got to do.
Preheat it.
That's all you got to do.
Because when you prepare everything, all you got to do is put it in.
All you got to do is put it in. That's like the last step is to preheat. Obviously, you got to put it in. No shit.
Right. But all that measuring
Yep.
and weighing
That's
mixing.
That's the prep time.
That's the prep. That's the work. That's the grind. That's when life will test you. That's
Yeah.
when it gets hard.
Yep.
But if you looking and you're like, okay, that last step is to just preheat the oven.
That's it. That's it. Super simple.
Oh, we served that up, pun intended.
Come on, stop it.
We served that to you
Stop
guys.
it.
That's the Twin Tapes treat right there.
That's a treat.
But
And this is a Feel Good Friday episode.
it is a feel good, and I feel good after this.
So this whole shit is a treat.
I feel good. How you feeling?
I feel great. This was a great conversation.
Absolutely.
Straight up.
Have it. Have it with your mom. Have it with your daddy. Have it with your brother. Have it with your pappy.
Your pastor.
Your priest.
Pop, pop.
And my mom.
Exactly.
Okay?
Shout
Set
out
a
to all the
goal.
moms.
Set a goal, y'all. Set it.
Set a goal.
Mix it up, chef it up, and preheat that oven.
Preheat the oven. That's it. Super simple.
And with that
Super simple
being
recipe.
said, we will actually catch y'all on the flippity flip.
Peace.
Bye. If you're enjoying the Twin Tapes, go ahead and subscribe to us on YouTube and follow our page on Anchor. Honestly, just tell a friend to tell a friend.
It's the Twin Tapes. We just made you do a double take. It's the Twin Tapes, and we sitting at a table for two.